Good afternoon. How's everyone doing? Are you warm? Is the heat up high enough for you? Good. All right, my name is Bethany Rissler. I'm the Commencement Coordinator here at UW-Stout, and I'm here really just to provide you with some safety information. Although we don't anticipate any emergencies, if we would need to move to a safe shelter area or evacuate this facility, we ask you to take note of the following. In the case of a need to shelter in place, both lower level hallways of this building are the locations. You will be directed to leave this room through the doors you entered when you came in. You'll walk straight down the stairs to the lower corridors. If you're unable to utilize stairs, an alternate shelter will be accessible at the front of the room on the right side of the stage. A more detailed announcement will be given if a shelter in place is given. In the case of evacuation, you will be directed to take one of the many exterior doorways directly connected to this room. The exits are in front, behind, and on each side of the room, so look for the closest one to you. Thank you, and are you ready to see your graduates? Excellent. Enjoy the show.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Let's try that again. Good evening.
Good evening.
All right, now we're talking. Thank you. My name is Glendale Rodriguez, and I am the Provost and Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and students of the University of Wisconsin-Stout, I welcome you, guests that are joining us in person and those virtually via the live stream. Welcome to our commencement ceremony. Before we begin, please rise as you are able for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. You may be seated. Today, we begin by acknowledging that the University of Wisconsin-Stout occupies the ancestral homelands of the Anishinaabe, Dakota Oyate, Ho-Chunk Wazichachi, and Mamachataw nations. We also acknowledge the term Monoman is an Ojibwe word meaning abundant with wild rice. Like so many other indigenous lands throughout the United States, we recognize that settler exploration and industrialization depleted the local natives of their resources, including sacred rice beds, and resulted in their displacement. The University of Wisconsin-Stout is committed to reconciling and building respectful relations with tribal nations. It is crucial to bring awareness to this history while honoring the sovereignty and self-determination of Indigenous peoples. It is a privilege to reside upon these lands today amongst its original native stewards. Thank you. Today's ceremony represents one of the major milestones in the lives of the graduates and family and friends who have supported them in this endeavor. During today's event, you'll hear reflections from a student speaker, a Stout alum, and student stories shared by the Chancellor. Yet I want to take a special moment to recognize how significant today's accomplishments truly are. Pursuing and completing an advanced degree sets you apart from many. Through this academic journey, you have demonstrated a commitment and follow-through to yourself, to your passion for learning, and to carving out new opportunities for not only your future, but to our future as a larger global community. Congratulations. So, to set the tone on this very warm evening, let's start by a moment of celebration. First, in honor of the students that we celebrate today. Second, one, in thanks for the tireless dedication of the faculty and staff and UW-Stout community for their support of student success. And third, one of thanks for the critical support provided by all of the families, friends, and student supporters, many of whom are here today physically, virtually, and are in mind and spirit. So let's stand one more time as you're able and share in a really energetic applause. Don't be shy, make some noise. It's hot, but we can do it. Wonderful. Thank you. Please be seated. Next, I'm honored to present the musical selection performed by the UW-Stout Chamber Choir and Symphonic Singers under the direction of Dr. Jerry Hoy. Chancellor Frank will now offer a few words to the graduates.
UW-Stout 2025 graduates, congratulations, well done. We are extremely Stout proud. As graduates who have earned a master's, professional, education specialist, or doctoral degree, you join a distinct segment of our population. Only about 14% of the U.S. population holds such a degree. You have worked hard for this achievement, and you should be very proud of your accomplishment. And in addition to congratulating you on this special day, I also want to thank all of you for your dedication to our university and for all that you have contributed to UW-Stout and to your extended communities. You graduates are why we are here. And you are why I decided to come to Stout. It was largely the student stories I read before even applying for the role of Chancellor that drew me to UW-Stout, and it is always the student stories that inspire me every day. So if you have been to a Stout commencement, undergraduate or graduate commencement in the past, you know how I do these things. I build my remarks around what your faculty and your staff tell me about you. And I will continue this tradition because I always know I learn new things. Your stories motivate me, and they instill confidence in me in terms of how your future actions will continue to make a difference in a world that needs you as difference makers. So, the following are just a few of the many stories that have inspired me and helped to tell the larger UW-Stout story of the graduate school experience. And this is how this goes. Nobody knows who I'm going to talk about. And so when your name is called, and I hope all of the graduates that I'm going to talk about today are here, please stand, give a quick wave, and then you can sit back down, right? But we'd like to see where you are and celebrate for you for a minute. So, Brandon Dick. Brandon is graduating with an MS in manufacturing engineering, and he actually earned both his BS and MS degree in 5 years. When asked how his UW-Stout experience has changed him, Brandon replied, quote, "When I first came to Stout, I wanted to do my 4 years, get my degree, and get out. Around my junior year, I realized I would have the rest of my life to work and that I was enjoying what I was doing at Stout between school, sports, and being a lab tech. I had an extra year of track eligibility from COVID, and the accelerated master's for manufacturing engineering intrigued me. So I decided to stay for a 5th year to get my master's in manufacturing engineering. And during this time, I found out that I enjoyed helping my fellow students in the lab, and from the feedback I was getting, I was decent explaining the controls in different ways, and this made me want to adjunct teach after graduation, a career option I never thought I'd consider, even though I was voted most likely to become a college professor in the 8th grade, end quote. And it was the professors at UW-Stout that stand out to Brandon as important to his success. In his words, quote, "The biggest thing that stood out to me while being at Stout is how much the professors care about the students learning the material. As long as you're putting in the effort in class, they will take the time to make sure that you don't just get the right answer, but that you understand why it's the right answer," end quote. Brandon is also an accomplished track athlete who competed in the heptathlon during the indoor track season and the decathlon during the outdoor track season. And he credits his coaches and team for helping to take him from, in his words, quote, "an uncoordinated baby giraffe freshman that could barely get over hurdles to an athlete that qualified for nationals in the decathlon," end quote. He goes on to state that, quote, "the support and atmosphere that came from the team couldn't help but make me a better person as a whole," end quote. So following graduation, Brandon will work full-time for Ashley Furniture and teach as an adjunct faculty member for Stout. Congratulations, Brandon. Mradini Upadhyay. Mradini is graduating with an MS in Food Science and Technology. She came to UW-Stout from India to study food science. And in her words, quote, "UW-Stout gave me the chance to start fresh, The professors supported me by guiding me through the prerequisite courses I needed and encouraged me throughout my journey. Stout believed in me even before I fully believed in myself. Thanks to their support and the opportunities I had here, I was able to grow, do meaningful research, and become the food scientist I always wanted to be, end quote. Mardini describes one of the most impactful parts of her academic journey as her thesis research, which focuses on, and I quote, optimizing frying conditions and developing flavor profiles for 3D printed meat analog burger patties, end quote. In her words, quote, this project became more than just a research requirement. It became a passion. I spent countless hours in the lab, often staying late into the night and working weekends, fully immersed in trials and data collection. Yet I never felt tired. Instead, I felt energized, curious, and inspired. The experience pushed me to think creatively and develop a deeper understanding of food science and innovation, end quote. Mardini served as a graduate student assistant for Dr. Kim and as a graduate research assistant for Dr. Mitra, and she states, quote, these experiences rooted in trust, responsibility, and mentorship have made my time at UW-Stout incredibly meaningful. It's a place that not only offered me knowledge and resources, but also helped me believe in myself, end quote. Mardini took advantage of many clubs and experiences throughout her time at Stout, including the Food Science Club, the Packaging Club, the Swing Dance Club, the Swimming Club, the Stout Adventure Club, and the International Club. And she credits these experiences as making her time at Stout, in her words, more vibrant, balanced, and memorable, and reminding her that, quote, growth doesn't only happen in classrooms, but also through connection, culture, and shared experiences, end quote. And of her overall UW-Stout experience, Mardini states, quote, if my journey can inspire even one student to believe in their second chance, then everything I've achieved will be even more meaningful. I'm proud to be part of the UW-Stout family, grateful for the experiences, guidance, and growth this community has given me, and I will forever carry the spirit of a Blue Devil with pride. Hashtag Stout Proud. Congratulations, Mardini. And Luke Zwiker. Luke Zwiker? Luke is graduating today with an MS in school counseling. And when asked what stands out about his UW-Stout graduate experience, Luke replies, quote, the family-like feel of our cohort. Our professors have done a fantastic job of fostering that environment. I've always appreciated the fact that every professor I've had in my program has been a full-time counselor or working professional in a K-12 school at one point during their career. They have the experience of working in schools, which lends credibility to their lessons and to the program in general, end quote. And Luke calls out courses like play therapy, school counseling lab, and group dynamics for allowing students to practice counseling skills in a live setting, and references 2 fantastic field experiences at his internship placement schools. And when asked what he is most proud of as he completes his degree, Luke states, quote, I'm really proud of my fellow cohorts and growing up professionally alongside of them during our time together in the school counseling program. I'm proud of the authentic conversations we got to have in and out of school. I'm proud that I had a part in creating an environment for them to find their own professional identities, end quote. And he goes on to state, quote, I've been inspired by many professors, fellow students, mentors, and friends in my 2 years here at Stout. And I would like to thank them for their work and dedication alongside me during my time here, end quote. And it is clear that Luke has inspired others during his time at Stout. In her nomination for Luke, Professor Molly Welch-Deal writes, quote, Luke has consistently demonstrated an exceptional work ethic, a passion for supporting and championing others, and an unwavering code of ethics, all of which will serve him well and his future students well in his role as a high school counselor with Poynette School District. Congratulations, Luke. And these stories highlight what makes our UW-Stout graduate students so special. They feature hard work, dedication, generosity, and gratitude. Characteristics and actions that distinguish the stories of the 222 graduate students earning degrees today and give me great hope for your many achievements and contributions yet to come. Congratulations and very well done.
Thank you, Chancellor Frank. Next, we are excited to welcome our alumni speaker, Diane Schofield. Diane earned her Master's in Education in 2007 from UW-Stout and is currently the principal at Wakanda Elementary School here in Menominee, Wisconsin. Please help me welcome Diane.
Well, good evening. My name is Diane Schofield. I'm the principal at Wakanda Elementary here in Menominee. Today, you walk across the stage not just to receive a diploma, but to mark a journey of persistence and growth. Earning a graduate degree is no small feat, and you did it. You are, without a doubt, amazing. Your graduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Stout represents more than your academic achievement. It's proof of your resilience, your determination, your ability to shape your future. Some of you are living the exact plan you set out with. And some of you, you've already learned that plans can change, and that's okay. In fact, it can be more than okay. It can be beautiful. Because wherever life leads you next, you now carry something powerful: the knowledge, the tools, and the confidence to thrive. You are ready, and you are capable. Chancellor Frank, distinguished faculty, and the phenomenal class of 2025, I am deeply honored and truly humbled to be here with you today, celebrating you and the amazing milestone. I grew up at the University of Wisconsin-Stout. Now, when I say I grew up at UW-Stout, I don't mean it as a playful turn of phrase. I quite literally grew up here. My mom came to Stout in 1971 as the swimming and diving coach and had a 33-year career here in the athletics department. My dad originally worked in student life as a hall director, then the bursar's office, and wrapped up his 32-year career here at the university in the placement office. My childhood is woven into the fabric of this campus. I was part of it before I even knew it. Like when my mom's shirt would jump every time the starting gun fired during swim meets while she was pregnant with me, or the time my 2-year-old brother ran onto the volleyball court and, there we go. I know you're hanging out with bated breath, right? What happened? He accidentally stopped game point in a playoff volleyball game, and I turned around to the crowd to announce, "I think we're going home now." In elementary school, I was the water girl for my hardcore heroes, the Stout women's basketball team, and then in high school, I played pickup ball with them right here at Johnson Fieldhouse. This place isn't just where I grew up, it helped shape who I am. After graduating from Menominee High School, I headed to the University of Tennessee to compete in track and field, throwing shot put, discus, hammer, and the 20-pound weight. I majored in biochemistry, cellular, and molecular biology, planning on a future in medicine or research. But life's funny. Throughout those years that I lived in Knoxville, I would come home, and one summer I worked here in the biology department as a research assistant. We studied biochemical markers related to heart attacks. It was fascinating and rewarding. That said, I also learned that spending 8 hours a day talking to mice and rat heart cells isn't exactly my calling. Because what I love, what I need, is people, conversation, and connection. After returning to the University of Tennessee, I continued to excel in my sport as an All-American discus thrower and an SEC champion. While I found success in athletics, my education remained a top priority. I became increasingly drawn to education, enrolling in courses, mentoring at a local elementary school, and trying to balance all the things I was passionate about. My future plans evolved. I made a decision to pursue my teaching certification after graduation. My goal was to teach high school AP Bio, Anat and Phys, and microbiology for a few years while I continued to compete in track and field. And after that, I planned to attend medical school. But once again, plans changed. After graduating, I returned home, earned my science teaching license, and started teaching middle school science. Yes, 8th graders, not high school, and I loved it. The energy, the curiosity, the trust they placed in me, it was a gift. My classroom was a space for growth, laughter, and learning. In 2007, I earned my master's degree in education from UW-Stout, coming full circle. The coursework transformed me. Courses in program evaluation and instructional design opened doors in my thinking, doors I didn't even know were there. My connection to UW-Stout didn't stop in the graduate school classrooms. Over the years, I've worked here at a youth summer STEM program. I also coached men's and women's throwing events for 7 incredible years, even getting to coach alongside my mom. That time, those athletes, they changed me. I still bump into some of them at local games, now cheering on their own kids. And today, I'm an elementary school principal. It's a job that challenges and rewards me every single day. I look back and the destination may be very different from the one that I envisioned when I was first asked what I wanted to be when I grow up. But truthfully, I'm exactly where I'm meant to be. I know you have your own Stout story, your own path filled with detours, breakthroughs, doubts, and triumphs. Maybe you have a plan. You can be sure it's still unfolding. But wherever life goes for you, whether life goes exactly how you imagined or takes you somewhere completely unexpected, don't lose heart. You have what it takes. You are ready for what's next. And here's my hope for you, that as you move forward, you pause every now and then, take a deep breath, look around, and realize you're exactly where you're meant to be. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you for sharing your story, Diane. I had the privilege of working with Diane in the STEM summer youth program that she referenced. And her passion for connection and learning was so evident then and even more so now. And I just want to thank you for working in the field of education. So thank you. Next, we have the honor of hearing from a student that's graduating today. One student from the Graduate Studies is selected by a committee comprised of faculty, staff, and students. Applicants are interviewed and they're selected based on their speaking ability, their story, and their pride in UW-Stout. Each student's story about their path to graduation is unique, and it's exciting to be able to highlight a few of them. So please help me welcome Srimuki Vaimavarapu, a soon-to-be graduate student in the Food Science and Technology program, and is our speaker from the College of Arts and Human Sciences.
Good evening, everyone. Let me start with that. How was everybody feeling? Good evening, everyone, and a special hello to all the moms, dads, and loved ones who are here with us and those who are watching us through our live stream who couldn't be here in person. I am V. Srimuki Margaret, a food science graduate from UW-Stout, though most people actually just call me Shri. I am truly honored and a little emotional, so I have my tissue with myself, to be delivering this commencement speech to you all. My mom always said that a house is just some concrete walls put together, but a home is where your heart is. And today, I actually believe that. So Mama, I know you're watching me live stream, so thank you so much for teaching me this. I really love you and I miss you a little too much today. I came to UW-Stout for an education, but what I found here was a home. A place that has given me memories, friendships, and lessons that will stay with me forever. As an international student, my journey started long before I set foot on this campus. It started with a visa appointment, awkward embassy interviews, last-minute packing, and a suitcase that definitely exceeded the weight limit. It started with goodbyes and tears, and a promise that said, I'll be back soon, even when we didn't know what soon actually meant. When I first came here, I was worried. How am I going to do this? Because I was entering an entirely new world, leaving behind the cocoon comfort of our homes. Then came the culture shock, learning how to use self-checkout, understanding that how are you doesn't actually require a full life update, and discovering that mac and cheese is actually a food group. But we all adapted, and we made a new home, a friend circle that we always are going to be able to rely on. Together, we navigated group projects, lab work, language barriers, homesickness, and winter. Yes, real winter. We created a new kind of family here, one made of shared laughter and given shoulder to each other whenever we needed the support. Stout became so much more than just a place to study. It became a place that shaped us, challenged us, and helped us grow in ways we never expected. From the very beginning, we were welcomed into a community that actually cared. Studying under professors who didn't just teach out of textbooks, but shared real-life experiences and made learning meaningful and inspiring. They pushed us to think beyond our classroom, to see possibilities we never imagined. And for me, one of the biggest lessons of it all, that nothing is impossible if you truly try. Every challenge we faced with the support of UW-Stout, knowing the help and guidance were actually just within reach. So I want to give a special little thanks to someone who's been with all of us from the very beginning. Daniel Clarizio, I know you will be here, but okay. I know you're out here, I can see you. So thank you for celebrating all our journey with us by being our behind-the-scenes superhero. When I looked at Menominee, all I could see was a beautiful vintage town. Yeah, that's exactly what I called it, a beautiful vintage town. From experiencing the coldest blowing winds to the fall colors at Hoffman Hills, from watching the entire Lake Menominee freeze to the flowing water at the Devil's Punch Bowl, from the candy store to the late-night tacos, from the cheese curds to Domino's, from Blaze the Blue Devil to our very own Iron Man. As a food science and technology graduate, I think that just like aged cheese, our bond with this place didn't happen overnight. It matured slowly, layered with experiences, challenges, and moments that changed us forever. We are all still in our R&D phase. After countless trials, a few failed batches, some unexpected variables, and even more caffeine, we finally found the right formula. We brought our flavors from across the world, and now we're leaving with a recipe of belonging. Through mixing, fermenting, and late-night biryani cravings, we found our home. We may have walked different paths, whether as traditional students, adult learners, or online graduates. Our stories are still intertwined. Our determination, resilience, and dreams have brought us to this very moment. We have learned that nothing is impossible when we take that first step, when we lean on the support around us, and when we believe in ourselves. From late-night studies to the friendships that became family, from moments of doubt to triumph that lit us up, every step we shared has shaped us who we are today. Wherever life may lead, we'll carry those memories, the growth, and the unshakable spirit that Stout has lovingly given us. So as we step forward into the future, let's embrace the unknown with confidence, chase our dreams fearlessly, and always remember every single person that helped us get to here. And we should be definitely Stout proud about it. Whether you're heading into industry or just deciding to take a pause, we're leaving with the tools that nourish and innovate. We may not know what's next, but I definitely know for sure that we've got the right ingredients, and the most important ingredient is you yourself. Congratulations to the unforgettable class of 2025. This moment is ours, but it is also belonging to every person who cheered us on, held our hands, believed in us when even we doubted ourselves. This success is yours too. We made it together, guys. Let's celebrate like only the class of 2022 can. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you for sharing your story, Shri. We'll see if my joke doesn't fall flat. So, as a food science technology graduate, choosing metaphors of food and ingredients was so appropriate. Your positivity and determination are noteworthy ingredients that you have, and they will serve you well. Pun intended. Thank you. Congratulations on your achievement. It fell flat, like I barely got anything from the crowd. Okay, I tried. All right, so now for the moment we've been waiting for, the awarding of the degrees. Assistant Provost Jim Ramsey will present the candidates on behalf of Graduate Studies, and he'll do that in two parts. So first, we'll begin with the candidates that are completing a Master of Science or Professional Science Masters. After those students exit the stage, we'll then present the candidates with terminal academic degrees. For those candidates, there will be additional information read in addition to their name about their dissertation and or thesis as it's listed in the program. So here we go. Assistant Provost Jim Ramsey.
Welcome and thank you, Provost Rodriguez. Will the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science and Professional Science Masters please rise? Very good. Chancellor Frank, it is my pleasure as Assistant Provost to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Master of Science and Professional Science Masters. With majors as listed in the program, I recommend that you now confer the degree upon them.
You all ready? Yeah? Okay. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the Universities of Wisconsin, and on recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer upon you, each of you, the Masters and Professional Science Masters with major fields as listed, with all of the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities appertaining to that degree, in witness whereof we now hand you the diploma and invest you with the appropriate hood. Congratulations. So this is what will happen. Please be seated. You will be called up by the usher, and everybody, as every graduate crosses the stage. This is a celebration. This is a joyous time. Let's celebrate each and every graduate. And here we go.
Applied Industrial Organizational Psychology, Pau Kabana. Heidi Leopold. Gabrielle Marks. Applied Math and Data Science, Jacob Halverson. Master of Science, Clinical Mental Health Counseling, Amulia Apanali. Emma Arlt. Kayliana Braz. Taylor Keegan. Kelly Larson. Lindsay Littleton. Brianna Miller. Kaylin Nance. Crystal Raychick. Rajsi Radolkar. Emily Reichsegel. Michael Wilson. Master of Science Education, Amy Baer. Tyler Green. Anna Marie Hartung. Tamara Hugunin. Caitlin Huwander. Carissa Jensen. Sheena Kotz. Samantha Kanab. Audra Coleman. Jeanette Morris. Peyton Schneider. Melissa Weisenbeck. Tiffany Yankoviak. Master of Science, Food Science and Technology, Sambasavrio Adavi. Shivasruthi Avala. Shrikavya Anyuganti. Bhargavi Bandla. Pavan Bonoth. Gaurav Baknal. Vishnupriya Bondigala. Ujwal Balapali. Vikram Prasad Babsheri. Bindu Madhav Reddy by Reddy. Teja Davaruri. Haris Garpadi. Ludurani Gorntadla. Venkata Sanjeev Airagaboina. Naveen Jakala. Gayatri Kilaru. Venkata Romana Kandapali. Akshay Makapali. Chesta Mumgame. Akil Bambu Manchukanda. Sanjuna Manthina. Meghana Maski. Aparupa Madasetti. Zubair Muhammad. Janika Kumari Prajapati. Perfect, thank you. Anil Kumar Ramshetty. Hemant Sambaraju. Jayadeep Sai Sameta. Mabu Subani Sheikh. Sharif Sheikh. Parwais Sheikh. Gagan Marshwar Reddy Sri Guy Reddy. Saikaran Sumu. Chaitanya Tavese. Muradini Upade. Reshma Vela. Srimuki Margaret Vama Varapu. Srihasa Vempa Tapu. Anant Kumar Vipada. Prudvi Ulori. Master of Science, Healthcare Administration, Dennis Fear. Master of Science, Information and Communication Technologies, Benjamin Randall. Zhi Wang. Master of Science, Manufacturing Engineering, Brandon Dick. Jesse Halling. Eric Holst. Master of Science, Marriage and Family Therapy, Finch Hodek. Casey King. Jaden Malberg. Katie Miller. June Rush. Alexis Schrader. Lisa Schwartz. Janine Spate. Kylie Wells. Miranda Worley. Victoria Woodman. Master of Science, Nutrition and Dietetics, Jaden Anderson. Kelly Fazenden. Devin Green. Manile Suhail. Casey Votz. Master of Science, Operations and Supply Management, Avantika Sidigoni. Sonu Dara. Heather Deach. Sai Gaje. Brian Hansen. Thank you. Kirsten Lee. Harshit Patel. Rushab Patel. Smit Patel. Danielle Rish. Jordan Schmidt. Kayla Schultz. Dipesh Sharma. Master of Science Rehabilitation Counseling, Hannah Chang. Brittany Johnson. Brittany Kellum. Lauren Miller. David Ruff. Allison Swan. Chua Zhang. Master of Science Risk Control and Safety Management, Brocksterman Bogner. Daniel Chatham. Karen Dudek. Samuel Olson. Peyton Ritchie. Master of Science, School Counseling, Caitlin Gillis. Madison Haynes. Jocelyn Hammond. Chusang Low. Merceda Nosbush. Joanna Orogi. Brianne Rehack. Sarah Sather. Abigail Smith. Brianna Wizotsky. Nicole Rona. Lucas Zeiker. Master of Science, Sustainable Management, Jeremy Taylor. Master of Science, Training and Human Resource Development, Megan Amidon. Sarah Dillinger. Robert Graves. Alicia Warner. Master of Science, Training and Talent Development, Samantha McCauley. Gabrielle Thompson. Suanne Wilde. Education Specialist, School Psychology, Emma Gannon. Ilsa Matsko.
Congratulations, graduates. Next, will the candidates for the terminal academic degrees of Master of Fine Arts and Education Doctorate please rise? Chancellor Frank, it is my pleasure as Assistant Provost to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Master of Fine Arts and Education Doctorate with majors listed in the program. I recommended that you now confer the degree upon them.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the Universities of Wisconsin, and on recommendation of the faculty, I hereby confer upon you, each of you, the Master of Fine Arts Design and the doctoral degree in Career and Technical Education Leadership with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities appertaining to that degree, in witness whereof we now hand you the diploma and invest you with the appropriate hood. Congratulations. You all will be escorted to the platform, and again, we're on to the celebration.
Master of Fine Arts Design, Rebecca Rose Sermon, creative thesis, uncontrolled nature, challenging biophilic norms through textile-based installations. Andrea K. White, creative thesis, teacher as design, creating a tool for better course planning and implementation. Pangchia Yang, creative thesis, representing the arts, discovering Hmong cultures throughout different multimedia forms. Director of Education, Career, and Technical Educational Leadership, Tyler Michael Bayton. Dissertation, The Influence of Artificial Intelligence Adoption on Educator Perceptions. Gail Turner Brock, dissertation affecting retention and investment in K-12 education in South Central Region 3 in Illinois. Douglas Leon Coates, dissertation, Indiana CTE teacher training program. Is it preparing CTE instructors for the classroom? Kelly K. Jacob, dissertation, Enhancing Safety in the Construction Workforce, a comparison study of virtual reality versus traditional training methods. Ashley Ray Neby, dissertation, a qualitative study of the relational and domestic experiences of female soldiers serving in the Wisconsin Army National Guard and its impact on military retention. Calvin E. Ruffin, dissertation, Next Step Conversations, High School Counselor Influence on College and Career Planning Process. Carrie Lynette Salinas, dissertation, Bridging the Gap, the Impact of Mentorship, Professional Development, and Administrative Support on New Career and Technical Education Teachers. Henry Edward Tyler, dissertation, Examining the Impact of Blind Screening and Bias Training on Diversity in K-12 Teacher Hiring. Tamara Caroline Tyler, dissertation, Unlocking Opportunities, Analyzing Barriers, Support Systems, and Policy Impacts in Career and Technical Education CTE Pathways.
Congratulations, 2025 UW-Stout graduate students. You're getting a standing ovation. Okay, you can be seated. This is what it's all about. So, on behalf of the University of Wisconsin-Stout, allow me to congratulate again each of you who received your degree today. And some of you are already alumni members, but for those who are not yet alumni members, allow me to welcome you, along with the 75,000 alumni worldwide, to the UW-Stout Alumni Association. Our celebration today is a recognition of all that you've achieved, as well as the beginning of your next chapter in life. Well done.
Congratulations. These commencement exercises involve the work of many people, and I would like to thank everyone who has participated, as well as those who have helped plan the event. So let's take a moment to highlight a few folks. Special thanks to the UW-Stout Symphonic Band, as well as the UW-Stout Chamber Choir and Symphonic Singers and Dr. Jerry Hoy. Thank you to those that assisted with the live stream technology in the back, and to the volunteers who helped ushering in our guests today. And a special thanks to the Chancellor's office staff who organized today's event, and in particular Bethany Risler in the back. So next, please stand as you are able as the UW-Stout Chamber Choir and Symphonic Singers sing UW-Stout's alma mater. The words to the alma mater may be found on the first page of our program. Please feel free to sing along as we honor our university and all of the past, present, and future members of our university community. reached the conclusion of today's ceremony, a special shout out to all of the mothers that we celebrate this weekend in person, virtually, and those in our memories and hearts. Happy Mother's Day weekend. For the recessional, please wait for your row to be excused by the marshals. As you exit, we hope that you will join us for a reception outside where it's hopefully cooler. Graduates and guests can exit out the rear doors, make their way to the north side of the building for a reception with photos and refreshments. And to further recognize your achievements, the Stout Clock Tower Bell is going to ring a celebratory peal in 5 minutes, 6:35. So let's see if we can hear it from over here. And again, congratulations, good luck to all of you, best wishes, and please stay in touch.